Hey everybody, really got some important information we wanted to throw down. We needed to make this video. Player voice, they got their elections. Friday is the deadline. 24th is a deadline. It's a chance to change the game. I always encourage people to do that. What kind of a spark in this discussion is, if you guys don't know, YouTube ain't my job, right? YouTube is not my job. It's a good hobby. I like it, but it's not my job. I'm a firefighter EMT. That's what I do. And it's a great job. Very rewarding. Very rewarding. Get to see a lot of stuff, do a lot of stuff, do some crazy stuff. But you see some stuff that ain't great, right? See some of the inside of people on the outside, stuff like that ain't great. Okay. And the reason why we're making this video is because we need to address something very important. We need to address something. So just picture this. This happened a couple of years ago. We get this call. It's an emergency call we're going on here. We get this call and it just says on the screen, a woman down in the road, right? So there's a little computer in the rig, computer down, or woman down in the road. We get an update also on our devices, on my phone, just say woman down the road. And usually you call 911, you're talk to dispatch, you're explaining what's going on, and they add that so the information gets bigger, gets more populated. And that didn't happen, at least not initially. Not necessarily uncommon. Person might be talking to the cops, not the fire side, and that other person will transfer that information over when they get it. We weren't getting the updates. Again, it's technology, sunspots, all that good stuff. So whatever. So we're talking about it on the way there. Well, what could possibly be going on, right? So usually when you're dealing with an emergency situation like that, it's two paths that you got to think about. There's a medical side and a trauma side. So the medical side, what could be going on? Is a person having a heart attack, stroke? Do they got blood sugar issues, blood pressure issues, seizure? Do they just pass out for some reason? Trauma is the other side. Well, she is down in the road. Was she hit by a car? Is this a result of a fight? Was she beaten, stabbed, shot? Did she jump or get pushed out of a car, right? I've seen all that. All of the above. I've seen all that stuff. Okay. We're not getting any more information. It's going to happen from time to time. We pull up and sure enough, lady down, unconscious, middle of the road. Dude standing there with his phone, screaming, right? He's going nuts. He looks really upset. His phone. We didn't get any information, but there he is. Of course, he's relaying the information to dispatcher. So my boss goes and talks to him, see if he can get some more information. And we start working on the lady, right? Because you want to try to narrow down the infinite possibilities that you find in the medical library down to what things we can work on and deal with. So we're trying to get that information. So just one of those little things, right? Like I'm not the police. So if something's going on, you call us. Just say what's going on, man. If your medical information, can't share it. So if you just say, hey, Tommy shot up some heroin or whatever and he overdosed, just say that. I can't share that with the police. It's his medical information. But at least now I know what's going on. I can fix it rather than trying to whittle down the infinite amount of whatever. And we don't have time, right? We only got a limited amount of time when somebody is hurt or injured, right? We don't got time. We need to be able to fix it, reverse it, stabilize it as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? So working with her, she's alive. I could tell you probably any more about her because, again, health information, but she's alive. It's good. So we start trying to work on her. My guy is still upset. He's talking, not really being forthcoming with the information. So my boss and I switch because the dude looks like me. My boss doesn't look like me. So you think maybe he'd be a little bit more comfortable if he sees a familiar face. So we switch. So I'm trying to say, hey, man, what's going on? It's your girl. What's going on? Like, what happened? What do we need to do? What are we here for? What can we do to fix it? Kind of thing. And the dude, he's just really upset. He's agitated. He's just screaming at his phone. And then it starts to dawn on me. It starts to become very apparent that this cat is not on the phone with the dispatcher. He's not on the phone with 911. This dude then decided to go live. This cat has decided to go live. And he's talking about how our response to the scene was slow. We don't care about him. We don't care about the community. Yada, yada. Going off on some social justice stuff. Okay. Now, mind you, he didn't call 911. His first reaction was to go live. His first reaction was clicks and views. And this is a grown man, right? This ain't no 14-year-old. I would expect it out of a 14-year-old. It's not okay. It's not all right. You gotta counsel that person, tell them that's not appropriate behavior. I understand if it's 14-year-old, hey man, that's not what we do. But this is a grown man, right? He's older than me. This is a grown man. Talking crazy, talking about social justice stuff, didn't help the lady, right? He's saying that we not doing it. He didn't even call 911. The weather is just like today. It's hot. So she's just out there on the pavement cooking. Didn't move her. Didn't put nothing up under her exposed skin to stop her from cooking on the pavement. Didn't even verify if she's alive. And this cat talking about, we don't care, that I don't know. See, this cat doesn't even realize I live in the neighborhood. My wife is from over there. When we was dating, she was living over there. So I was over there. When we got married, she already had an apartment. So I'm over there. Kids, I'm over there. Mother-in-law, over there. Doesn't even know. He got no idea what he's talking about. He's more interested in clicks and views than in actually helping. He's saying all this stuff that there's these problems, has no idea what he's talking about. Clicks and views, right? Clicks and views. So the reason why we probably didn't get any information is because he was going live. Somebody probably recognized him, recognized the street, recognized the girl, kind of maybe knew where that was and just said, hey, lady down on the street, hung it up. So we didn't get any more information. Now, what does that have to do with Marvel Strike Force? Well, the game right now is in really good condition, man. It's getting better and better every day. There's still problems, though. There's still problems. There's still things that can be fixed. And we need people, regular people, everyday people to help. And that's why you got to put in for the player voice. That's what's going to get things fixed. There's a lot of cats out here, man. I'm trying to tell you right now. They do not care. They just here for clicks and views. They just here to get upvotes on Reddit. They just here to make YouTube videos, social media, and tell you everything that's wrong with the game. They ain't trying to fix nothing. They don't do nothing to fix the game. They don't do nothing to fix the game. I'm trying to tell you this right now. Don't you notice that certain cats that they always got a problem? Every time they talk, it's always a problem. You got one dude right now talking about the game's too hard, game's too easy, game's too hard, and he's just bouncing between those two things, right? He's not interested in fixing the game. I'm not interested in fixing the game. I'm trying to tell you that right now. He's not going to fix it. So if you want it fixed, if you're really passionate about it, you got an opportunity to do it. Get in with the player voice. They're taking applications. You get to sit down and talk with Scopely. They have a clarification there on the player voice Discord. Put that application in. Keep in mind, you're talking to the community. You're not talking to Scopely. So you fill out that application. You need to tell the community what you think about the game, what's good, what's not, what you think could be changed. And you're trying to balance that in the way that you play the game. Okay, so they have different brackets of players because people play the game differently. The people spend, and it changes the way you play the game and whatnot. Hardcore, casual, it changes the way you play the game. So you got to represent. They need people to represent whatever your style is. So you put in for that, and you're trying to keep that game balanced according to your style. That means you're going to have to talk to the different people. Whales, Krakens, free, right? And that can't, right? When I was there as a light spender. So you might have to tell the Kraken they don't know what they're talking about, man. But then you got to listen to the Kraken because I don't, I'm not Kraken. So I need to understand what it is they need. You need them to understand what you need. So then when you present things to Scopely, right, presenting that balance. Here it is. This is everything we need. Everybody needs to get their piece, and we all need to know how to progress. It takes time. People who are doing this are volunteering their time. It's work. Don't get me wrong. There's work involved. And you're not just going to sit here and argue with Scopely. You're trying to find solutions. There's work involved, and people that are putting that work in, they doing it for free. They volunteering their time and doing it for free. So you tell me who cares more, right? Cat that's over here claiming that Scopely, right, mad at Scopely because Scopely is a business, but this person's a business, right? They trying to do what's best for them, make their money. The cats that over here doing it for free, volunteering their time, they probably more invested. I'm just trying to say that, right? Just trying to tell you. I guarantee you start having conversations with people, you find out real quick who actually cares and who just cares about them. So the game, right? The game is head and shoulders better than it was this time a year ago. We can guarantee that. And there's got more changes coming. There's a lot more coming. So get involved. Help steer that stuff in the right direction. Even if you can't get on with the Player Voice Council, they got focus groups over there. Get involved in one of the focus groups and just talk about maybe the game mode that you like. Maybe that's all you want is just to focus in on that game mode. And bottom line, if you can't do any of that, they have little votes and polls every once in a while. They're just trying to keep track. Hey, they said that this dude came out here. This dude came out here, right? You said from here to here. we're going to be able to get them from 0 stars to 7 stars. And they just kind of keep track to how that's going to make sure that people are on the right track, on the right pace. And there's other things as well. So you're probably checking out some other Envoy videos today. I didn't make one because this is important. I want you to get involved. The game is fun. I'm enjoying myself. And this is just another one of those ways that you can help. Don't be like that guy, bro. Don't be like that guy, man. Take care of yourself and your family. Peace.